In today's video, we're going to be trying out 4 different viral recipes from TikTok, and I'm starting with this amazingly delicious garlic parmesan cabbage, and I'm just showing you my ingredients here. Don't worry, everything is going to be in the description, including the recipes. So if you see something you like and you want to try it out, check the description, and it should all be there. But I ain't just yelling. But what I'm doing right now is splitting my cabbage, and then I am adding it to the pan. And I obviously, the oil needs to be hot and everything before you put your cabbage in there. But I want to try to kind of see my process, so I'm doing it here on the cutting board, and then I'm moving it to the stove. Yeah, and then you want to cut your onions as your cabbage is charring. I would say probably about 5 to 7 minutes on each side. Just until it looks like mine, or a little bit less if you like less char. But I really wanted it to be done. I wanted the cabbage to be done. I didn't want no real hard pieces because I have some picky eaters in the family, and I just want to make sure that it's all ready for them and myself. So yeah, here I am taking it out of the pan, and then I'm just adding my onions in here. And I really made a mistake right here. Yeah, and ruined my cutting board in the process. But thankfully I have multiple cutting boards, so I did lay a towel down, but this cutting board here is ruined. So I ended up having to toss that out. And yeah, then I got my cream cheese, and then I'm coming in with the chicken broth, and to that I'm going to add some heavy cream, and then my seasonings. Like I said, everything, all the measurements are going to be in the description, because when I'm in my mode, I'm just going and I'm seasoning to the ancestors tell me to stop, pretty much. So yeah, look down there for all the back measurements and everything. Then this sauce, y'all, the sauce is really the star in this dish, and as you can see, it looks delicious by itself. But I'm going ahead and adding the cabbage back in there so I can put it in the oven. I did put it in the oven for an additional 20 minutes just to make sure that cabbage was good and soft, like I said. And then I went ahead and spooned some of the sauce up onto the cabbage. So it's not just cooking in it. The cabbage is fully bathing in that sauce, because it was amazing. But yeah, this is my final result. And yeah, check the description. This is a good one. Now, I did take some liberties with this pan-fried pesto chicken. I had some pecans that I needed to get rid of, so I went ahead and incorporated those into my pesto ingredients. But I would say that it turned out pretty good. I also took another liberty and added some hot sauce, because I'm just experimenting, trying new things. I had never had spicy pesto before, so I went for it. And then this is how it turned out. It looked a little bit weird. I'm not even gonna lie to you, but it actually tasted pretty good. I'm splitting my chicken breast. That's usually how I do it. And then I go ahead and flatten them out so they all cook evenly. And then originally I was gonna put this in the oven, but then I got a new grill pan, so I wanted some nice grill lines on it. So I went ahead and threw it on there. And yeah, then I went ahead and plated it all up. Got me a piece of chicken here. I'm putting a little bit of the pesto on it. I like a lot of sauce. I'm a sauce girl. This Oreo sushi was actually such a simple recipe. I don't know why I allowed it to take me down so bad, but I think maybe I used too many cookies. Maybe that was the first issue. I actually used 3 rows of cookies. I probably could have got away with using 2. And then, so I'm just going to try it again and use only 2 rows of cookies and see if that makes a difference. I actually think also, as you'll see in a little bit here, that I used too much liquid when I was trying to make the cookie, I guess, batter, for lack of a better term, soft. And so I think that I did myself a disservice on that. Really, I didn't have to use the blender at all. I should have just smashed cookies up by hand, rolled them out with my rolling pins. I went ahead and invested in a rolling pin, y'all. But I should have just smashed all the cookies by hand and then added a little bit of liquid to kind of give it, a little bit of doughy form. But I'm just adding more heavy cream here to the cream part. And then here's my dough after blending it and then just trying to get it to some sort of sushi consistency. And it's just a hot mess right now. And then I'm adding my vanilla cream on top and then trying to spread that out. But really, I'm just doing this for the sake of doing it because it turns out to be a hot mess. But I'm going to try it again. And see if I can make it more like what it's supposed to look like. And last but not least, we got this creamy lemonade recipe. You just want to add your 2 large lemons to the blender. Then you want to top that with some cold water, 2 cups of that. We got some sugar, half a cup of sugar. And then you just want to blend it for about 10 seconds, maybe 15. You just want to make sure it's all incorporated. Then you want to strain that out, get that pulp out of there. Add your heavy cream, blend again for about 5 seconds, and then that's it. Let me know if y'all try any of these out. Till next time.